Brace yourselves, because what is unfolding right now looks like a reckless gamble that could rattle the foundations of global trade and make everyday consumers pay through the nose. The U.S. is hurtling toward a dangerous policy shift by slapping enormous tariffs on Taiwan's critical semiconductor exports, and the fallout might inflict more damage on American families than on the very foreign manufacturers these tariffs aim to punish. Critics are calling this a brazen political stunt, an egotistical chest-thumping exercise from certain Washington power brokers who either don't grasp the fragility of global supply chains or simply don't care. Behind the patriotic rhetoric of bringing manufacturing home lurks an ugly truth. The real winners could be rival states like China, which might seize this golden opportunity to strengthen its own semiconductor industry while U.S. companies and consumers struggle with skyrocketing costs. Talk to any small business owner who relies on affordable chips for their products, and you'll hear outrage at how this policy seems crafted to favor a few giant corporations willing to jump through bureaucratic hoops while potentially leaving thousands of American entrepreneurs on the brink of collapse. Meanwhile, Taiwanese officials, once staunch allies, now feel betrayed by the very nation that built its global reputation championing free trade and democracy. Stay with us till the end. Hello and welcome back to Innovative Check YouTube channel, where we delve into the innovative and transformative projects changing our world. If you're new to the channel and enjoy learning about innovation stories around the world, you've come to the right place. Please subscribe, like, and comment to help boost our videos on YouTube. The news of the U.S. government planning to impose exceptionally high tariffs on Taiwan has set off a heated discussion among policy experts, legislators, corporate executives, and everyday people who rely on affordable technology products. The rationale presented by certain figures in Washington is that by imposing these tariffs, the U.S. hopes to pressure big semiconductor manufacturers like TSMC to shift more of their operations onto U.S. soil, thereby creating new jobs and strengthening domestic production capabilities. Yet critics argue that such a move could disrupt delicate trade relationships, drive up costs for U.S. consumers, and sow discord among longtime trading partners in Asia. Behind closed doors in Washington, D.C., there are rumored to be several spirited debates taking place between various high-level administrators. Individuals like Secretary of Commerce Gina Raimondo, Secretary of the Treasury Janet Yellen, innovation cooperation between other government agencies, financial, SDI, individual service companies competing in the same markets, and U.S. Trade Representative Catherine Tai have reportedly fielded conflicting opinions on the practicality and the broader economic implications of enacting these new tariffs. Some of these officials are said to be concerned about the possible retaliation from the Taiwanese government, not to mention the potential strain on diplomatic ties that have been carefully maintained for decades. On the other hand, there are political power players who see these tariffs as a strategic bargaining chip for the U.S. They assert that Taiwan's prominence in the semiconductor industry grants it enormous influence over global technology supply chains, and that the only way to level the playing field is to implement strong financial disincentives for overseas manufacturing. By erecting these high tariff walls, they believe companies will have little choice but to invest in domestic facilities or face crippling costs on imported goods. These talks have also invoked references to the CHIPS Act, which was first championed to encourage the construction of cutting-edge chip foundries within American borders. The notion of a 25%, 50%, or even 100% tariff on Taiwanese semiconductors has been met with alarm by business groups. Many representatives from multinational corporations argue that escalating import taxes will ultimately be passed down to consumers. They point to the global marketplace, where an intricate web of component suppliers spans Asia, North America, and parts of the EU. If the U.S. chooses to target Taiwan specifically, it could cause ripple effects throughout entire product lines, especially in sectors like laptops, mobile devices, automotive electronics, data centers, and advanced robotics. Including innovations in AI, each of these fields increasingly depends on sophisticated chips manufactured in Taiwanese fabs. A number of prominent economists have weighed in, suggesting that while a short-term reshuffling of supply chains might favor certain U.S.-based facilities, the overarching result could be higher retail prices on thousands of products. this might be politically risky for an administration that wants to maintain voter satisfaction, because when voters notice electronics becoming more expensive, they often direct their frustrations toward the government. Furthermore, critics argue that the complexity and specialization of chip manufacturing cannot simply be replicated overnight within U.S. borders. Skilled labor shortages, intellectual property concerns, environmental regulations, and the high initial costs of building new fabrication plants all pose considerable hurdles. Meanwhile, voices in Taiwan have expressed both dismay and caution. Some Taiwanese leaders are outraged by what they perceive as a dramatic shift in tone by the U.S., historically one of Taiwan's most important supporters. They worry that these punitive tariffs represent a departure from previous commitments to collaborate on technology development and free trade. The CEO of TSMC, Mark Liu, is said to be intensely reviewing contingencies, coordinating with his own government officials to figure out whether there is any legal recourse against these tariffs or whether TSMC might accelerate its plans for building more factories outside Taiwan, but in more friendly trade environments. Taiwan also fears that once trade tensions escalate, its economy could be left exposed to further volatility in the global market. Because Taiwan is heavily specialized in producing advanced chips, any policies limiting access to its technology could potentially dissuade clients from continuing their partnerships. However, the integrated nature of modern supply chains means many large firms might simply have no choice. Even if faced with higher costs, they still depend on Taiwanese expertise to power their devices. Even if these tariffs are imposed, there is speculation about whether the U.S. might carve out exceptions for particular classes of semiconductor products. Some industries, like automotive manufacturing and advanced medical equipment, might seek exemptions because their supply chains are already stretched thin by other factors, including global labor issues, shipping disruptions, and the lingering effects of the pandemic. In these circumstances, securing vital components is a matter of immediate economic urgency, and crippling tariffs could damage key segments of the U.S. manufacturing base. Just a quick reminder to hit the like button below. YouTube has been restricting my videos a lot recently because of bots, so your like does help out this video massively in terms of the algorithm in YouTube. Internally, during the Biden administration that preceded this new leadership, proponents of the original CHIPS Act emphasized a vision of synergy between U.S.-based manufacturing and sustained cooperation with foreign producers. The prevailing stance held that domestic semiconductor production could flourish alongside international partnerships, ensuring that the U.S. maintained a degree of self-reliance without severing ties with a global network of cutting-edge research and development. However, the current administration's more aggressive approach appears to abandon this spirit of collaboration in favor of economic pressure tactics. In global financial markets, analysts are closely monitoring how currency fluctuations might intersect with newly proposed tariff policies. The Taiwanese dollar, US dollar, euro, and other regional currencies could react in unpredictable ways once official announcements are made. Investment firms like Goldman Sachs and Morgan Stanley are reportedly running simulations to gauge how swiftly these tariffs might impact corporate revenue streams. Many financial experts point to previous trade disputes, during which stock prices of key electronics manufacturers and retailers experienced sharp volatility, and when Wall Street rates fell below $150 per U.S. ton, shares of Apple, forcing investors to prepare for potential market turbulence. Meanwhile, some American workers remain hopeful about the prospect of new manufacturing jobs that could result from the construction of semiconductor plants on U.S. soil. States such as Arizona, Texas, New York, and North Carolina have extended substantial incentives to attract industry giants. But questions persist about whether the domestic labor force is adequately prepared for the highly specialized nature of semiconductor fabrication. Critics caution that the promise of large-scale job creation may be overstated, given that modern chip manufacturing facilities are heavily automated and employ far fewer workers than traditional factories of past decades. Nonetheless, the push to bring critical manufacturing back to the U.S. resonates with segments of the public concerned about the risks of over-reliance on foreign supply chains. The memory of shortages in personal protective equipment, vaccine distribution setbacks, and microchip supply disruptions in the automotive sector remains fresh. Policymakers are now debating whether these tariffs represent a broader effort to bolster national security by reducing vulnerabilities in critical industries such as defense, data security, and space exploration. Outside the US, the EU and other advanced economies are observing these developments with skepticism. European officials have periodically criticized Washington for implementing unilateral trade measures without consulting allies. In Brussels, speculation is mounting over whether the EU might counteract these policies by forming a consortium with Asian partners to establish alternative supply chains, potentially bypassing the American market altogether. This scenario could accelerate a form of trade fragmentation, with separate blocs developing distinct technology ecosystems to insulate themselves from sudden shifts in U.S. trade policy. In Taiwan, industry leaders are weighing the potential financial ramifications. Executives at TSMC and affiliated businesses are reportedly conducting extensive cost analyses to determine whether they should absorb a portion of the added costs to maintain their U.S. partnerships or shift the burden onto clients, potentially resulting in higher prices for American consumers. TSMC spokesperson Diana Shea has reaffirmed the company's commitment to global partnerships, while emphasizing the need to safeguard its own interests and competitiveness. She has also suggested that the company may further diversify its investments by expanding operations in regions where trade barriers remain minimal. If you are enjoying this video so far, please don't forget to subscribe, share the video, and comment. Proposed U.S. tariffs on TSMC have sparked heated debate, with some arguing they are long overdue to protect domestic manufacturing, while others warn they could damage relations with a crucial East Asian ally. Concerns about potential supply chain disruptions have placed the White House under scrutiny, as insiders note final tariff rates may hinge on negotiations with Taiwanese trade representatives. Although a phased or lower tariff might emerge, hawkish voices in Congress demand a bold, immediate action consistent with campaign promises. Meanwhile, questions remain about how quickly TSMC can scale up its Arizona facilities under the CHIPS Act. Construction delays, equipment bottlenecks, and workforce challenges could slow progress. In Taiwan, many see tariffs as a threat to a key economic driver, urging friendlier approaches such as joint investments and technical collaboration. Behind the scenes, private talks could yield exemptions or memoranda of understanding to smooth tensions, but success depends on whether hardliners in Washington will compromise. Critics concede that even controversial tariffs have drawn significant attention to semiconductor policy, spurring efforts to boost U.S. capacity. Still, there is concern that isolating Taiwan's chip sector might inadvertently accelerate China's push toward technological self-reliance, as Beijing has poured billions into its own chip initiatives. Ultimately, these debates underscore the tension between protectionist impulses and the realities of global cooperation. While bringing manufacturing back to U.S. shores resonates politically, the complex nature of global supply chains forces policymakers to balance domestic interests with the need to maintain vital alliances, a dynamic that has long shaped American foreign and economic policy. Your subscriptions and likes motivate us to generate more content, so please keep supporting us. Check out this video showing on your screen right now, and I will see you